Have you ever seen a forest that seems straight out of a fairy tale? Pine trees stretching into the sky, but with a strange twist, literally. Welcome to Poland's Crooked Forest, where hundreds of trees bend sharply at their base before shooting upward. It's a small patch of about 400 trees, planted in the 1930s near the town of Gryfino, yet their strange shapes have baffled scientists, locals, and tourists for decades. Were they shaped by human hands, nature, or something stranger? Today, we'll explore the history, the science, the legends, and the sheer wonder behind these twisted trees. And while you watch, I want you to think, what's your theory? Drop it in the comments. Are these bends natural, man-made, or something mysterious? Chapter 1, the visual mystery. Step into the crooked forest, and you immediately notice the peculiar shapes. Every tree curves northward at about 3 feet above the ground, creating a perfect arch, before growing straight toward the sky. Some describe them as frozen mid-dance, others as bowing in silent reverence. Walk outside this grove and you'll see the forest around it is perfectly normal. This makes the crooked forest unique. It's not just a random pattern, it's highly localized. That's one reason why it has captured imaginations worldwide. Tourists report feeling awe, mystery, and even unease. The forest seems alive, as though it's guarding a secret. And that's the beginning of the question that haunts every visitor. Why do these trees grow like this? Chapter 2, Early Natural Theories. The first attempt to explain the crooked forest was purely natural. Heavy snow, frost, or unusual soil conditions could theoretically bend young saplings. Strong winds could also play a role, pressing down on them in their early growth years. But there's a problem. If snow or wind cause this phenomenon, why only this small patch? Why not surrounding trees? Nature rarely bends such a large, uniform group of trees in the exact same way. So while the natural theory is possible, it feels incomplete. Some also suggested that disease or genetic mutation could have caused the bends. But pine trees are remarkably resilient, and no other similar groves have been found nearby. Chapter 3, Human Intervention. This leads to the most widely accepted theory. Humans shaped the trees deliberately. In the 1930s, curved timber was valuable for shipbuilding, furniture, and other crafts. By bending young saplings and securing them with weights or ropes, foresters could create naturally curved wood, which would harden as the tree grew. The timing fits. Planted in the 1930s, the forest may have been intended as a source of specialty timber. Then World War II erupted, possibly halting the project. The trees were left to grow naturally, preserving their bent shapes. Yet frustratingly, there's no written record of this experiment. No photographs, no notes, no surviving documents. The explanation fits perfectly with what we see today, but without confirmation, it remains a theory. Chapter 4, Legends and Folklore. Of course, the crooked forest has inspired stories beyond science. Some locals whisper that tanks rolling through the forest during the war crushed the young saplings, bending them. Others speak of witches cursing the grove or aliens bending the trees with mysterious technology. The legends may seem fanciful, but they reflect the human fascination with unexplained phenomena. They turn the forest into more than a grove of trees. It becomes a place of mystery, a stage for imagination. Walking among the bent trunks, it's easy to feel like you've stepped into another world. The silence, the patterns, and the unusual shapes combine to create an atmosphere that is almost magical. Chapter 5, Scientific Study. Modern forestry science provides some clarity. Researchers studied the angles, growth rings, and soil conditions. Their conclusion? Human shaping seems most likely, but a combination of environmental factors may have played a role. This is supported by other cultures, where wood-bending techniques have been used for centuries to produce specialized timber. Over time, the tree remembers the bend, growing permanently in that shape. The absence of documents doesn't disprove human involvement. In fact, given the upheaval of World War II, many records from that time have been lost. So while the forest may look mysterious, it could very well be a remnant of a practical forestry project. So what do you think? Are these trees bent by humans, nature, or something mysterious? Maybe the truth doesn't matter and the wonder does. Thanks for joining me on this journey into one of the world's strangest forests. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating stories from around the globe. And remember, the world is full of mysteries, waiting for curious minds like yours to explore.